So, hello everybody. My name is Pascal, and I'm Executive Interim Manager. So maybe, as you have probably noticed, I'm French due to my accent. So I'm just here today to make a short testimonial about my job. So maybe you can ask some questions about why we are doing some interim management. So first of all, the first thing you need, obviously, is the customer. Okay. So why a customer is asking to have an interim manager interventions? So the first possibility is when you are restructuring companies, like for instance downsizings or making big modifications within departments. Then you can, and I did it a few months ago, strengthen competencies of one team. Can be to solve some crises, so mainly, generally speaking, it can be quality crisis, delivery crisis, big crisis with customers with a lot of euro. Then you can develop an activity, like for instance, if you can have a mission to help some startup to continue their activities. Then you have to improve operational results and performance, and obviously, on behind, to improve financial results. So what were my main motivations when I started to do this kind of job? But first, I'd like to face some complex situations and challenging. Okay. I will show you a little bit later. I've got a big diversity in my jobs, and it helps me to avoid what I'll call intellectual sclerosis, okay, by changing very, very often. Then you can learn new cultural environment. Here in Estonia, I've been learning a few words of Estonian, Russian, and the culture is totally different from France. Then you need a little bit of competition spirit, because every 6 months or 1 year, you have to fight again to find a new job and to convince people that you are the good person to do the job. Then you can acquire a lot of knowledge. For me personally, 10 months ago, I didn't know about electronics, and now I've got some big knowledge. And obviously, I put it on the top. This kind of job is quite risky, it's quite difficult, but it's quite well paid also. So, I think I know this guy. Personally, I've got a strong industrial background. I've been working more than 30 years in industry, and mainly in automotive field. So I did a lot of restructuring, closing factory, transfer from France, from Europe to low-cost countries. And I've been solving a lot of very complex and diversity problems. So currently I've got 3 main competencies that I can sell in quite all companies. First of all, I've been working as quality manager for many years, I think more than 17 years. I did, and I'm currently doing operations management for some plants, factories, and I've been working with big project teams for what we call project management or program management. So actually I did four missions. It's not a big experience, but my first one was in quality management. So the customer was producing what we call rubber seals. So maybe you know it because they're producing also some tires for cars, which is more known than this kind of product. And when I arrived, we had to face a big problem, because when we were producing seals in the factory, they were going out totally okay, without any quality problems. And when the customer used to take them and put them on constraints on the car, the seals were broken. And that we are stopping some production, big factory production line. And when I arrived in the company, the turnover of the factory was 120 millions, and we were losing 1 million per month due to this problem. So we have been working on the process, analyzing all the steps one by one with experts and operators. And then in less than 3 months, we have solved the problem. And also, we have regained the customer confidence, which is a big step to achieve. So my second mission was more or less project management, and it was a 5-month mission. So globally, when we are doing this kind of missions, it's in between 5-6 months up to maximum 18 months. So my customer was Zodiac. Maybe you know, it's very famous. It's a French, it was a French company because unfortunately it died. And they are producing inflatable lightweight boat. So from very, very small that we know on the TV up to very, very big boats. And the challenge I had to face was quite frightening. As you can see, I put a red arrow. Okay, this kind of boat, you got an inflated part which is fixed. I don't know the word. And the problem is we had a design issue. So when people were using their boat and going inside of the waves, finally some things was starting to crack, and then the boat suddenly was opening and sinking. Okay, so you can imagine how happy were the customers. So. My job has been for 2 or 3 months to restart the design with a small team. And then we had to make a worldwide recall, which is not so obvious because during winter, people are putting their boats in the garage, and then you have to ask them to call them back, to send them to a low-cost country for the repair. So it takes me around 3 to 4 months to do that. So my third mission was head of quality during 7 months. This company, maybe you know it's not so famous in Estonia, but we were producing some sea salt. Normally we got this well, which is very famous. So as you can see, it was not so bad as a mission because all the locations are near the sea, so in Spain, Tunisia, Italy, Venezia, it's quite interesting. So the challenge was, as you can see, we had more than 7 different certification systems, which was really a nightmare to achieve, especially because we had up to 14 sites and 3 headquarters. So I've been working with my team to gather all those certificates and to create one unique standard that we call the Global Featured Standard for Salin. And then, starting from that, we have started to thank you, to deploy it. So as you can see, it was quite wide, and it was very difficult because people, the culture, I said at the beginning, was not really open to this kind of certification, and we had to fight and to train and to coach them in order to pass with success all the certification. My fourth mission, I'm still there in Estonia, should be 14 months in total, and I'm working in a company that maybe you known before, which was NOM Elcotec, so which is producing some electronic cards, mainly for defense, telecommunication, and automotive. So I had 2 different parts, and this is in the first part when I met Ella, not too quick, please. I was dealing with quality management because it's my first competency, and we had some person to recruit. Please. So the first problem was just before I arrived, there was a lot of changes. The plant manager changed, the operation manager left, the quality manager has been fired. It was not a very easy situation. And on top of this, I had 2 different teams, which were not belonging to the same manager and fighting together, hiding information. It was a real nightmare. So my first part of the mission was to gather them, and then we started to make a daily meeting, dealing with really concrete problems, no more than 10-15 minutes, and collecting all the main core problems of the day. And then we implement a systematic root cause analysis of all the problems. Maybe you know, it's 8D methodologies coming from automotive industry. And then I took one of the worst customers we ever had because the guy was coming every week shouting at the phone saying that we were the worst customer of the world. And as you can see, results were already improving when I arrived But from the beginning of my mission up to now, and now the guy is never coming again. So I think he's quite happy. So we have been reducing what we call PPM, which is a quality rate indicator, by 60, times 60 less, which is quite correct. Then I had to face another problem. To keep the automotive market, we had to have what we call IATF audit. And in February, somebody came from the group and made what we call internal audit. Okay. The result after 3 days of internal audit was 50 non-conformity, major non-conformity, 5 minor, and what we call sensitive points, 20. So believe me, when I read the results of this audit, I was quite worrying. So I launched a global plan, what I call recovery system plan. I took some Churchill sentences to force them to fight to work on the action plans, and we set up a weekly follow-up of all the action during the steering committee. Then we have been working, it was a lot of coaching with what we call process owners. So we did a lot of meetings to explain them what they will have to present during the audit and how they have to handle their performance indicator. I made also an off-site day. It's something which is very nice. There is downstairs there is a bowling. It's quite a nice area. And we made 8 hours work together. And believe me, at the end of the day, when I raised some question, people were not working at all. They told me they were totally exhausted. So during the audit, which was more than 6 days, we started on Monday, we had 0 major non-conformities and only 1 minor, which was, by the way, the best result of all the plants of the group. My second part of the mission is what I'm doing now, so I swapped from quality to operations, and I've been launching this, what I call a booster plan. We are not building rockets at all, but I think it was an image and to pass the message that they have to hurry up, because from cultural experience, people were working for defense, telecom, and not for automotive. And automotive is not the same rhythm. The beat is a little bit higher. So I've been building a support for training. I made 5 training sessions. In total, I trained more than 59 people in order to try to deploy the way they have to manage daily productions meeting. So this is a real example of what we did. So there was the theory during the training, then the coaching, and then the reality of the day. So every day, for instance, this morning, I already had 4 meetings like this in 2 different factories. So basically, we set up some indicators, and we are following differences compared to targets. And as soon as we've got a big discrepancy, we put some corrective actions, and we allocate 1 pilot, and this person has to give us some answer the following day or a few days later. So we started to implement it. It was end of July, beginning of August. And I took what we call, I'm sorry, it's a very technical indicator, which is effectiveness for improvement of our production lines. And as you can see, when we started August up to now, we have increased by 10% the efficiency, which is quite good, because theoretically, it's quite impossible to go above 65, 80. So what's next? This is the dark side of my job. It means that after the end of the year, I still don't know where I will work, and I will have to start again with my network to find another company to do another job.